Hi, this is Murli. In this video, I am going to discuss about difference between the QTP actions and procedures. Later, I will discuss about the difference between subroutines and functions. Actions, procedures. To begin with, in QTP, we can break the entire code into several logical units. The logical unit is nothing but a piece of code or series of VB script to do a specific activity. So that logical units we will call as actions and procedures. So if both the things are logical units, then what is the main difference between the actions and procedures? The only difference is the QTP is the one which is the inbuilt and specified by the HP QTP tool, whereas procedures are provided by the VB script, and that is the main difference. And after that, the main intention in dividing the entire code into the logical units is for the sake of reusability. In the actions, if you are calling a reusable action, then we are not only calling that particular reusable action code. In action, there will be having a concept of object repository, and there may be chance of having the data tables. So if you are calling this particular action in a code, then we are calling the code, object repository, and the data table. But for the procedures, if you are calling a procedure, we are calling only the code. There will not be have any concept of object repository or the data table. Hope now you got somewhat understanding of this one. I'm going to remove this one. Right now I'm going what are the different types of procedures we are having in the QTP. In the QTP, mainly we are having two types of procedures. One is sub procedures or subroutines. The other thing is functions. We are having a favorite interview question in the QTP. What is the main difference between the sub procedures and the function? The main difference between the subprocedures and functions is in the subprocedures there will not be any privilege to return a value, whereas in the function there is a privilege for returning a value, remaining everything almost same. In the subprocedure it will start with sub and end with the end sub, whereas in the functions it will have a function and a end function. Let us try with small example. So I'm going to write a small function here, function sample 1, and I am going to take two inputs. Sum is equal to x plus y. I want to return this sum when I'm calling this particular function. So what I'm going to do here is sample1 is equal to sum, so that once after executing this function it will store the value in the sample1, and it will act like a returning value. So let me call this function. when we are calling a when we are calling a function, we are expecting the return value. Then what we need to do is we need to assign that particular function to some variable. So here I am going to do abc is equal to sample function. Let me see whether this abc is getting printed or not. I mean returning the value or not. sum of I'm going to run this one. See, it has written the value. Sum of value is 5. Okay. Let us try with the procedure whether it will work for the procedure or not. I'm not going to change anything. Just I'm going to change the instead of function and end function, I'm going to keep like a sub and end sub. Let me run this one whether it is going to run or not. See, it is not returning any value. So that is the main difference between a sub procedure and the function. Let me remove this one and let me try whether just to make sure like we are not missing anything. So I'm not returning any value instead of that one. I'm directly printing here value from sub, and I'm going to remove this one. Just make sure like when you are calling a sub procedure, you need to enter like a call. If it is a single argument, then no need to give, no need to mention as call. Directly you can mention as a sample and you can give the single argument. If it is more than one, obviously you need to mention like a call. Let me run this one. Yes, it is working. So when it is returning the value, then only it is not executing. It is showing some error. Uh, Hope now you got some idea about the difference between the actions and procedures and the difference between the subroutines and the functions. Thanks for watching my video. You can post any comments or any if anything is wrong, you can comment by sending an email to this one. Um, I'll try to make another video on object repository. Thanks for watching again. Bye.